Welcome to the North Texas Community Difference Denton, powered by The Difference Media LLC and 2940 The Difference Radio. The voice of small businesses and the communities they serve. Today's show is hosted by Matt Kern, entrepreneur and founder of Denton Does It, and Beth Caudill, realtor with eXp Realty, and Chance Post with Total Care. The North Texas Community Difference Series was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our host, co-host, and their guests share thoughts and insights about being a professional and the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in a very special way. Because the North Texas Community Difference Denton
starts now.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is another Taco Tuesday. We have made it. I guess that everybody had Labor Day yesterday and took off except for Lyndon, but everybody else probably had a time off. Actually got to go to the pool yesterday. That was super nice. The water was perfect, and it was just a beautiful day outside, so I enjoyed getting that time out with my family and having some relaxation time and just shutting down off of work for a second. I'm your host today, Matt Kern. I'll go by Matt Kern today. And welcome to the NTX, or North Texas Community Difference Denton. We like to showcase and highlight local leaders and business people that are making a difference in their community, like Denton and surrounding areas. And so this is what this platform is for. It's just another way to network together, to bring up really good topics, to showcase our local business people and leaders, and to share with our audience in the local area and beyond, what's going on in Denton, why we all love working here in Denton, and what makes the difference and how the people make the difference in Denton. I would imagine that every town always thinks that they have the best people in their town, just like we do here in Denton. But there is a difference here. And just through our networking in person alone, you can see that day in and day out every week. So our guests today are a couple of those people, and I'm really excited to have them on. They both have a very special mission in life, and they both have been doing things up and beyond what a normal person would do. And they definitely have a heart for their business, and I'll let them tell you more about that. I want to bring on today my two co-hosts, which I couldn't do this without them, and I'd appreciate them so much. Beth Caudill with eXp Realty and Chance Post with Total Care. Two local people. Welcome.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you. Hello.
Y'all are looking good.
Thank you.
Well rested. Happy to be here.
Are you well rested?
Well, not really, but
do you ever feel like sometimes you need another weekend from the weekend?
I definitely had a weekend where I needed to take a week off.
Do y'all ever start doing clothes washing on Sunday night? You know what I mean? And it's like, I got to get some washing done.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, how many here would just say that if there would be a way that we could have an automatic wash where we just throw the dirty clothes in, they come out washed, pressed, and hung up back into your closet, would that not be awesome?
It would be cool.
Yeah.
I've thought about it, but I can't figure it out yet. I think we need robots. Yeah. We had robots just to do the wash. That would be good, right?
Yeah. They're coming.
They are coming. Yeah, that's for sure. So, Beth, what have you been up to? What's going on in your world?
Well, realtor's life, you do not get off on the weekends. So you do continually work the whole time. It's just the fun I have. But the biggest thing I'm running through my mind right this second is if people say wash or wash.
I know.
Like,
I
because
don't know why I do it that way.
my mom always said wash.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there is no R in wash.
I know there isn't, but it comes out that way.
Because I kind of heard that from you
I
just
know.
now.
And usually I try to catch it because I've been told so many times that I say it that way. They're like,
Mhm.
"Are you from Texas? You don't sound like you're from Texas when you say that." You
I feel
know,
like you got it from somebody in the Midwest because I
I
think the Midwest says wash.
probably did. Yeah, I don't know who I'm hanging out with that says that, but
Did
I've
you hear it, Chance? Did you
I've
hear
been
wash?
influenced.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's like a Midwestern thing. I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
Mm.
Right?
Well, I just think y'all are picking on me. That's what I think.
Yeah,
But
Imagine.
that's
I
okay.
mean,
So,
we got to do it when we can.
hey Beth,
Yeah.
anything going on in real estate? Because it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on. I mean, it's not dead. We are very blessed to be in this area, especially Denton and the surrounding North Texas area, for
Mhm.
being in the real estate market, and industry. But it seems like it's a little quiet. What's your opinion?
I also think it's a little quiet. I seem to have constant activity. However, it's not as productive as I would like it to be. Like we are not in last year where we went blink and everything happened.
Yeah.
It takes a little longer. It's a
Mhm.
little longer build and burn. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, they say,
right now.
watching inflation, real estate, car market moves up and down with inflation, right? Higher the inflation, the higher the rates,
But
lower the
but
inflation.
I mean, that's the crazy thing right now with the Fed is that inflation is not going up as much,
No.
but they keep on the Fed keeps raising interest rates. So it's like a strange quandary that's going on right now. And people are not happy at all with this rate because it really changes the power of what you can buy.
Yes.
It was like 7.25%, pretty much this week.
Yeah.
And everybody says, well, I'm waiting till that till it'll go down. The interest rates will go down. I believe 3 and 4s are gone.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe at some point next year, maybe we'll get to 5, but that is like I'm holding this, ball
Yeah.
trying
Magic
to
8 ball.
look
Yeah.
at the future and
Yeah, and
see
Beth,
what's going on. You just don't know. So
the
you
problem
can't
too is the
wait.
prices aren't coming down, right? I mean, the problem is you can't wait. If you wait for the rate, the sales price is not coming down. Even though inflation is slowing, it's still continually rising.
Yeah,
It looks that
So
prices.
your price is going to keep going up.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
they're not skyrocketing like they had the last few years, right?
Right.
They're kind of remaining neutral or gradual climb.
Mhm.
So don't wait to buy because that's not going to help you. We have a lot of buyers that have waited and they go, "Oh, I should have bought 6 months ago." Yeah, you should
Yeah.
have
And you should buy now and not wait another 6 months. Listen, we
because
were
we
just
don't
talking
have
about
that.
this
Yeah.
is work with a realtor, work with a lender who's going to show you different ways of purchasing a home, right?
Mhm.
Get an arm, do a 2-1 buy down, do something else other than just a normal purchase. Maybe get the seller to help you out on that if you can, and work out a plan because at some point you'll be able to refi.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
slogan?
Marry the house, date the rate.
Yeah. That's
But
it.
really, the moral of the story is build equity in yourself,
Yeah.
your house. Don't pay a landlord and build their pockets.
Yeah, one thing I'd also throw in, even about the show, Matt, and talk to a professional. You don't have to be a professional. If you have a question about this, may not know what a buy down is. You can talk to Matt. You can talk to Beth. But part of the show is bringing on local people that are good at what they do in the community.
That's
And like there's a concept who, not how. You don't have to know how to do it. You just need to know
That's
who
right.
to ask.
That's
So
right.
go
You
find
don't.
that professional. And this is a great place to do that.
That's why we have you on, Chance, right? Be the
right.
professional,
That's
right?
right.
So
You're the
what's
man.
going on in the emergency world right now? Are
Well, we've
we?
got some, I mean, obviously we never want anybody to get hurt and,
Yeah.
as an emergency room, but one of the things we're doing now is we are working with, someone who's been in a car wreck. We're talking with attorneys. So if someone needs to get fully checked out beyond an urgent care, when you're really hurt, broken bones, cuts, things like that, we can really address you without having to wait. So we're kind of, reaching out to the community to let these local attorneys know. We also take workers' comp now. That's a new thing for us. So we're out promoting that to let people know if you get hurt at work, we're open 24/7. You can get in to see somebody.
I don't know about you two. I'm sure you see it, but I see a almost wreck daily. It's
Yeah,
an
there's
almost a
tons,
wreck.
tons
I
of it.
see right now, and I'm not going to point fingers, but I'm just saying because of school starting back, I'm seeing drivers going down one-way streets or going the wrong way,
Ooh.
like I didn't see them before. Because there's more traffic now, obviously, because college is back in and other things too. But I'm just saying it's close calls. People are on their phones and they're driving at a high rate of speed and they're not paying attention to what's fixing to happen in front of them because somebody will stop for no reason. You ever had that happen where you're just traveling along, you're all going at the same rate of speed, and then they just hit the brakes? There's nobody
Yeah.
in front of them. Like, what happened? Was it a ghost chicken?
Yeah.
What got in front of you?
What makes me crazy is the people that are on the highway that they don't have any patience and they're zipping all around you, up, down,
Yeah.
all side, and you're like, "What? Why are you being so aggressive?"
Yeah.
I mean, I think those people are just waiting for a major accident.
Yes,
Well,
I
it
drive
seems
all
like
day,
they
so
are.
I try not to. I try to be very careful. Like I don't get upset if somebody cuts me off. I'm very defensive because I'm on the road most of the day.
Yeah, buddy. You better not give somebody a dirty look or a number one finger or anything else these days because they'll get you.
Yeah.
Or a number
Road
10
rage is
finger.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's not go down that path today, but let's go down the path of our next segment.
Yeah.
What's up, Denton?
What's up, Denton?
What's up,
So,
Denton?
yeah, what's up, Denton? Do y'all just love living here? Is this not the best place to live?
It's awesome.
Have you ever
It is
lived
pretty
somewhere
great.
else where you thought, there's got to be a better place? I would say Denton is probably that other, right? Wouldn't you?
For
So,
sure.
what's up, Den, today? I've got a few things to bring up today. I'm sure y'all might too. So, just some highlights of what's going on today. The Denton Community Market is still going on Saturdays. I think that'll finish out sometime in September, October, maybe end of that. But they've got tons of vendors out there, food trucks, all kinds of drinks, music, everything. It starts at 9 o'clock. And it's right on the corner of Mulberry and Carroll Boulevard in Denton. Go check it out and support your local business people. Also,
I bought my Adirondack chairs there back
oh,
a
you
couple of
did?
years ago. Oh my God,
Homemade?
they're amazing. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
I've
cool.
noticed they had a lot of arts and crafts. I don't know if that is part. I mean, I drove by last Saturday and
Yes.
they had
They always have
all
arts
kinds
and
of
crafts.
cool
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. There's also an event coming on called Highway 30 Music Fest, and it's going to be out at Texas Motor Speedway, and that's coming in October. So check that out. Dan Silverleaf is one of our local bars here. They always are. They're really having a great lineup of music throughout towards the end of the week and weekend. So check that out too. Our arts and autos are coming this Saturday to the Denton Square, and that starts at 9 a.m. till like 3 p.m.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you they're going to have over 350 entrants this
Oh, wow.
year. So, and we have friend of ours, Jeff George, who owns Blaze Detailing. He's been asked to be a judge this year on the car show. So,
Oh, that's
shout
cool.
out to Jeff for that. And Denton Blues Festival is around the corner. That's coming up September 15th through 17th.
You do have dog days is
Yeah, I
also
was going to
this
say, what
weekend.
happened to Dog Days?
Dog Days is coming up
Mhm.
this weekend, right?
Right.
Yep.
With
Quaker,
the
Quaker Park, I
along with
believe.
the arts and autos is.
Yeah, huh?
It's the same time as arts
Same
and
time.
autos. The same
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah. So you can go take your dog to the dog, out there to the uh that, and then come up there and look at cars or vice versa, whichever you want to do, on that. Thank goodness there's shade around that park area there where the
Mhm.
dog days is. Also, that's the same place where Blues Festival is. Denton Arts and Jazz Festival, that's coming around the corner. We have a lot of music in Denton. Thank goodness for that. We have some really good people who play some awesome music. But that event will be October 6th through the 8th. And that UNT played this weekend.
UNT.
They played Cali. But anyway,
They did
uh,
not win.
they didn't win, but tickets are on sale, so you can go to,
But they
a
do, they
college
do,
football
people
game here
do.
in
I
Denton.
drove by there and they do a lot of cool tailgating there. So
Yeah.
that looked like a lot of fun.
Wonderful tailgating from our local business people. Shout
Yeah.
out to all of them that help support that and make it worthwhile going and enjoying themselves. Also, too, let's see where I can show you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you can see that
Nope.
or not.
Oh, book club.
No, book club is
I
starting.
can see it kinda.
Yeah, it's hard to say, but we have the Denton Business Book Club starting their new book September 11th. It's Mondays, always Mondays at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 to 9. The book is going to be The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People from Stephen Covey. A lot of people have read this book before, but I've read it before, and I know several members of the book club have. But we was all voted to pick that book out for our next book, and we just finished up our first book, and that went really well. And so, Beth's even coming now, aren't you?
I
I know,
know.
right?
Now we
So,
need Chance to come.
I've
right.
got
So
that book
start your
on my.
Mondays out.
I did that. I did my team at work. We did that book.
Oh, you did?
So I've got it on.
Awesome.
It's on my desk right now.
Right. So all you have to do stipulations is buy the book, show up on Mondays from 8 to 9. We have coffee here and drinks and stuff, and we read the book in person. If you don't want to be a reader, you can pass. But we have great discussions, and it only goes on for an hour. Then you start your week out in a positive note
Nice.
Nice.
in there too.
At
So
your office.
at Freedom Title
Yeah.
in Denton, yes sir, in our training room. Okay, any other events that y'all know of that we need to bring up? No.
We do have a chamber membership mixer at the end of the month on the 28th. That's the only other thing I'd written down.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
know
always
that
a lot of fun.
Wake Up Wednesday is this Wednesday for the
Oh, yeah.
membership of Denton Chamber.
Mhm.
We are averaging over 150 attendees at 8 o'clock in the morning on the
Yeah.
first Wednesdays of the month. It's unbelievable. We are running out of table space on there too.
Yeah,
So
if you own a business in Denton, you owe it to yourself to at least check it out. If you're not a chamber member, you should come.
yeah, and if you would like to come as a guest, one of us that are chamber members would be happy to. Beth and I are both ambassadors, for the Chamber of Commerce, and we'd be happy to bring you as a guest so you can get your feet wet, see what's going on, talk to people there. We'll introduce you to the team over there at the chamber too, and then you can figure out if you could be part of the chamber and want to benefit the chamber and have the benefit of being a chamber member also.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a lot of fun. And if you're an ambassador, you get to do a lot of great things. Like
Ribbon cuttings.
last
Yeah.
week we did the oh my gosh, I'm gonna say the Lola and Sancho. Like,
Uh-huh.
and they do dog treats. They
Yes.
make them there at their place, and they're right down on Dallas Drive. And they gave us all dog treats for our dogs. That was pretty fun.
I've been giving the dogs these are turkey tendons, and they love them. They got
Oh
all
yeah,
kinds of
mine
stuff.
does
And you
too.
just buy everything online and then it ships to you. It's a great source and it's all fresh. It's
Yeah.
not, a bunch of stuff that is bad for your animal. It's good for your
Wow.
dogs too.
Yeah.
And we did a ribbon cutting last week too for Outback
Oh
Steakhouse.
yeah, that's right.
So really great story from the lady who is the proprietor of that now, managing owner with that is she started there 13 years ago
That was
and
interesting to hear
she
all
came
those
up in the
stories.
ranks of everything,
Yeah.
from waitress to bartender to whatever that was, up to manager and up to owner now, with that. So what a great story for Julia and her family. So we're really proud of that. And she's a
And it was
Crumite too.
it was interesting to hear the other people that were at that ribbon cutting that worked at Outback as
Even
well.
our mayor,
That's
remember what he
right.
said? Mayor Hudspeth said
Yes.
that he worked there too. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that
So
was interesting.
yeah, it's really cool to see some of these businesses that help, because when we're teenagers, we got to find jobs a lot of, and we usually work where the cool place is, or we try
Mhm.
to, or we think it's the cool place, or we make it the cool place when we show up there, right? So wherever I work at, it's a cool place. Just
Yeah.
saying.
And the people here are just fun. Like Cole Martin was the announcer at that particular event, and he dressed in his best Outback gear, and he
Yes,
had
he did.
a floaty crocodile, and
He did.
he did his best Australian accent.
He did a pretty good
He
accent.
did.
He didn't even say wash either.
No, he did not say "worsh."
No,
He
he
said,
sure
"Good
did.
day,
He
good
said,
day,
"Good day,
mate."
mate." Yep, that was fun. That was great, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
it was
told him
fun.
too that we're gonna have to start all of us that are ambassadors that help facilitate ribbon cuttings, we're gonna have to step up now and make themes,
I
and show
know.
up doing something as good as he did,
A lot
so
of pressure there.
well, guys, let's take a break. We've been on it here for a minute, but we've got to take a commercial break, and then when we come back, we're gonna bring our special guest on, okay?
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
Texas Edge Insurance. We're more than just an insurance company. We're your partners in protection. We understand that every person and every business is unique. That's why we don't believe in a one-size-fits-all approach to insurance. We work with you to create a customized insurance plan that meets your specific needs. And we're always here to help you, no matter what. We offer a wide range of insurance products. We also work with over 30 insurance companies to find you the best possible coverage. So what are you waiting for? Contact Texas Edge Insurance today. Visit our website or give us a call at 817-406-2929 to get a free quote today. Introducing Bankroll Media, a digital marketing partner designed to take your business to the next level. At Bankroll Media, we are a team of creative and innovative marketers that works with mortgage loan officers, realtors, many e-commerce businesses, and much more. At Bankroll Media, we're different because you're different. We get it, and that's why we're here. We're not your typical marketing agency. We don't believe in cookie-cutter solutions or one-size-fits-all approaches. We believe in building relationships with our clients and understanding their unique needs. We want to understand your business inside and out so that we can create marketing campaigns that are tailored to your specific needs. From social media management, lead generation, web design to content creation and SEO, even email marketing. Bankroll Media can do it all. Bankroll Media, building presence, connecting ideas.
And now back to the show.
All right, we're back already.
Yay.
So just to bring up, you were seeing commercials that we have to, pay the bills. It's not free to run this podcast. But if you would like to at least consider becoming a sponsor or co-host, with us, run with us for this next year and be a part of this team that we're building. And if you would like to be a guest, we would love to. If we have not already asked you to be a guest, but you think that you have something to share, that you're doing something in the community that's worth sharing, or if you know somebody that is, get with Chance or Beth or myself and let us know who that is or who you are, and we can sit down for a second and discuss that. And we would love to have you on and showcase what you're doing or what that person's how they're making a difference in their community.
You
And
know what,
if
Matt?
you,
And it's amazing too. Did you realize that we're averaging over 10,000 views per month?
yeah, it's crazy, right?
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, and we got to keep this going, and we need people like Beth and Chance, to be on and bring different points of view to this. I mean, it's great to have Chance on because not only is he doing things locally here in the Denton area, but he's built a model to do it in other cities too. This just happens to be his hometown, here. Same way with Beth, same way with me too. It's not that we're just always here, but we are, and we're going to make the best of it in Denton. Just like these two guests that are coming on today, they're both making the best of it here in Denton too. And so I would like to first bring on Sarah Ryan. She's with Journey to Dream. There she is. What's up, girl?
Hi, how's it going?
Look, it's all blue with her too. Blue is a welcoming color. So it's like,
Also
I
very
like hugs.
calming.
Give
So
me
I keep
hugs.
blue in my
Calming,
office.
right?
It helps with
It's
stress.
calming.
Yeah.
I feel very calm, but I
Oh,
want to
good.
give you a hug.
Aw.
Yeah. So, and then let's go ahead and bring on Tanya Blick so we can just get the whole group in here. Tanya, come on in here.
Hi.
There she
everybody.
is.
Hey, Tanya.
What's going on?
So excited to be here. Thank you.
And Tanya is also one of our lead ambassadors too, and she's part of the book club. I know y'all couldn't see my picture I was holding up a while ago, but Tanya's mug is on there too. Yeah.
I feel
On
like
that.
if we had the nicest person in Denton, Texas contest,
it.
Tanya would win.
Tanya would be
Oh, that's
hands
nice.
down always.
Yeah.
What about
That's
Sarah?
really
Well,
nice.
you might not know Sarah yet, but when you hear Sarah's story and what she does, it's the same. You two. The reason why I said you twos, the reason I had both of them on because they're peas in the pod.
Mhm.
Even though that they're working at different parts of people's lives, it's still very similar to the same on that. And I know that you two didn't get to read each other's bios, but reading your bios and your business bio stuff, very familiar. But you know what we all have in common? We're all dog people.
Hey.
Yay.
Love that. Yeah.
So if y'all go and look on the chamber and our business and personal social media pages, you're going to see me holding Willie. So last week, Tanya, because she does lead stuff in our chamber in our ribbon cuttings, she was like, "You're going to have to hold the dog while I go present, the plaque on there too." So Willie and I were having dog snacks, together.
Took a great picture. She loved it.
We were
did great.
bonding.
Aw.
Yeah, we
And you
were
ran
bonding with
upstairs.
dog
She loved
snacks.
that.
Yeah. Look, they're good. If the dog can eat it, why can't I?
Right?
Okay. Who in here, when you were a kid, ever had a dog snack? Be real.
Oh,
A
yeah.
dog biscuit.
Definitely tried
Yeah.
dog food as a kid.
You did? Was
Yes.
it canned or dry?
No, it was dried. No, I would not do the canned kind. That smells too bad. But no, I
Too
tried
gross.
the dried because I wanted to make sure that it was, good enough for my dog, and it was fine. It was fine. He continued to eat it. Don't judge me too hard. I would think I was like 4, so carry
Okay,
on.
the dog biscuits that look like bones? What are
Mhm.
those called?
Oh, the
Dog
Gross.
biscuits.
Milk bones?
milk bone.
Is it milk bones? Yeah. As a kid, yeah, I ate a few.
No. Oh my!
Cute.
Really?
And let
So
me
it's
tell
more
you,
than
that will
trying it
suck
out.
the wetness out of your mouth. I mean, people spit cotton for days after you
Ooh.
can't
Why
drink
did you
enough
continue
water.
to eat it? Did it taste good? And you're like,
It's got a unique taste,
Ew.
Sarah. It's just unique. You should try one. Is there a
Okay.
challenge? Do I hear
I
a
think
challenge
there's a
going on
challenge.
that you will challenge me to a milk bone?
I am out on that.
Are you?
Yes.
I only have rawhides around. Otherwise, I could
Oh.
challenge you. But I only have
Rawhides,
just
nice.
rawhides. And
Well, you
our
got to
show's
get
not
some.
long enough for that.
What was the ribbon cutting we did? What was that name again, Tanya?
Sancho and Lola.
Yeah, you got to get the stuff from them. That's the best, right?
Well, we make homemade dog food, so I do eat my dog's food. They
Okay,
love
we're
it.
going to have a
Pretty good
discussion
then.
about that
Hey.
later with a
I have
counselor.
to make
Okay.
sure
Yeah.
that the seasoning is right. I make sure.
You
that
know
it's
what?
good.
We just switched from the regular like science diet like kibble
Uh-huh.
to the farmer's dog food.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
My dog like acts like a whole new dog.
Well, your
person
dog needed
ever.
to.
She
I love
acts
it.
like a puppy again.
That's awesome.
It's the craziest. She's so happy now.
Well, if you talk to Soroya Lamastra about it, she'll tell you that feeding your dogs dry food is not the way to go. That feeding them wet, raw food is the best way to
Mhm.
on that. Okay, how many dogs do you have, Sarah?
I have one, but I also have a cat. So
Okay. And how many do you have now, Tanya?
We just lost one, so we're down to 4 dogs and 2 cats.
Okay. And Chance?
4 dogs.
Wow.
Seriously. And Beth?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to get rid of 2 of them.
One.
They're pretty old.
Yeah. So my wife and daughter used to have, a dachshund, best inside dog ever, right?
I'm not cutting her.
Anyway, she's passed on. So we have a Catahoula blue heeler. It's about 100 pounds. And then we have a corgi that's crazy. Okay. But anyway, my daughter really wants a new puppy, bad. And I said, we're not getting any more dogs. Plus, we have a cat. We're not
Right.
getting any more dogs until one passes. And she looked at me and she said, I don't think Cowgirl's going to make it. She doesn't look good and she's old. I'm like, Harley, that is a horrible thing to say. You're going to cry when she passes. She goes, well, that might be true, but still, I need a puppy, And so when we were talking about this, here comes Harley's best friend comes in. She goes, I heard Cowgirl's not doing well. And Cowgirl looks up like, what? Y'all talking about me? What's wrong with me? Am I sick? I was like,
Aw.
wow,
Poor
y'all are
Cowgirl.
horrible, right? Girls are mean.
Only when they want a
Anyway.
puppy.
Well, let's get to some work here. This is why we're on today. Just not always to have the great time, but we are having a good time. And thank you all for being on today. Thank you, Sarah and Tanya, for taking time out of your Tuesday to be on with us. But Sarah, why don't you go ahead and tell the audience and us about Journey to Dream and why you got started in that.
yeah, and thank you so much for having me on. I'm really excited to be here this morning and chat with you guys. And you were talking a little bit about how Tanya and both of our missions have some similarities. And I think that's kind of the really important thing I like to remind people with nonprofit work. The issues that we're tackling are so major that it really does take all these different nonprofits to tackle it. So I always encourage folks to find that group that really calls to your heart and pour into it, because we work alongside each other very, very closely. I always like connecting with other nonprofits because there's a lot of ways we help each other in order to tackle these problems, especially situations like homelessness. We cannot do it by ourselves. So, I mean, it's great having multiple nonprofits on here. So just thank you so much for having me on to talk more about Journey to Dream.
Yep. Well, when you told me the story about Journey to Dream and your journey that you've been making to get to this place, to this time today, Sarah, it really touched my heart, and it takes somebody with a lot of guts and a lot of values to do what you do day in and day out and work with a team and with the teams of what you're doing. So tell everybody about what's the daily process and model and mission for Journey to Dream.
Absolutely. So Journey to Dream, we've been around for about 20 years. So we've been here for a while. And we actually started off in school programs. We work primarily with teenagers who are considered at risk or homeless is what we really focus on. So 14 to 19 years old is the age range that we try to focus on. And our school programs focused primarily on mental health support for teens, providing support for suicide prevention, anxiety, depression. As you guys can imagine, our teens right now, especially, are facing some really important changes that are going on. They're facing some struggles that we never had when we were younger. The internet is a completely different space than it used to be as well. Also COVID. So really focusing on these kids to help them through that mental health challenge. And then we also have a program called Kyle's Place. And this is another big heart mission of ours. It was founded in 2017, and it's a residential campus for at-risk and homeless teenagers. So this is ages 14 to 19 years old, and these are kids coming from a wide different background of issues and areas. We do serve basic to moderate teens, meaning that these aren't kids that are coming out of juvie or any kind of situation like that. They are basic to moderate. It's how they're considered by the state. So these are just kids that have had a really rough go and have nowhere else to go. So we provide everything that you would provide for your own kids. This is their home. I mean, they live there as long as they need to. Sometimes they are coming from foster care and can't find placement. Sometimes they are coming from homelessness or couch surfing, sleeping with, at other friends' houses, not having that stable home as well. And sometimes in our programs, they do get adopted out, which is amazing. We always want them to find a forever home. But at other times, they decide to stay with us because they maybe have had a lot of changes in their life usually, and they really want just some stability, normalcy to graduate high school and move on with their life. So our goal is to really meet them where they're at, figure out what they need to get caught up. Sometimes their schooling has been neglected, so they don't even know what grade they're supposed to be in. Sometimes they need to have additional help getting up to date with maybe medications or dentist appointments, or making sure they're getting all those basic health needs covered. All of our kids also receive mental health counseling to help them through the process of processing trauma, situations of abuse as well, trying to help them heal so that they can fully move forward in their life. And then we also pour into them and helping them try to figure out what direction they want to go. That's why we call it Journey to Dream, because we don't want them to just make it through graduation of high school and then, great, you're on your own now, you're an adult, good luck. We really want to set them on a path that is going to bring them to success and hopefully break the cycle of poverty. So we're wanting to expose them to volunteers that maybe have their own businesses or have been successful and can encourage them and inspire them to try new things, become entrepreneurs, go to college, go into the military, whatever they want to do. We want to fuel them so that they can actually get there. And then along the ways, we also, make sure they learn the basic life skills of how to do your laundry, how to cook, take care of yourself. If you have a job, you got to show up on time. You got to have a clean uniform.
How to say wash proper way.
Wash, yeah. If you leave your wash in the washing machine too long and it gets moldy, sorry, you gotta do it again. So,
but if you're in Texas, you do have to say wash, not wash.
It is wash. I didn't want to say anything earlier when y'all.
No, I know you did. I know you wanted to. Whatever. Hey, listen.
You're wrong, but it's okay.
I've got questions. I think we all probably have questions for you. Let's take a break real quick, and then we're going to come back. I'm going to ask a couple of questions, Sarah. Then we're going to get into Tanya. Okay?
The North Texas Community Difference Denton is made possible in part by Beth Caudill and the Make the Move team with eXp Realty. Your trusted partners in Denton County, Texas, for all your real estate needs. We understand the local market and pride ourselves on delivering personalized service, backed by cutting-edge technology. Experience the difference with Make the Move team, and by Matt Kern with Denton Does It. A network of discovery. Effective networking involves active listening, genuine interest in others' work, and a willingness to offer support and resources. Investing time in others will create valuable connections that propel careers and unlock endless possibilities. And Chance Post with Total Care. Total Care has been treating our neighbors in North Texas since 2004 as a family-owned, patient-focused company headquartered near Fort Worth. Offering 10, 24-hour emergency rooms spanning from Weatherford to Garland. You can find links to our sponsors in the comments and descriptions, as well as on our website www.thedifferenceradio.com. If you or someone you know in the Denton area would like to sponsor or learn more about co-hosting the North Texas Community Difference Denton, please reach out to Matt Kern at matthewdoesit@yahoo.com. And now back to our show.
All right, we're back. Okay, Sarah. So, man, questions just start popping up. Do you know how many kids on average y'all help? Like
Yes.
monthly, yearly, quarterly? How do y'all account for that?
We gauge it on an annual basis. And so we serve about 15,000 teens every year. But that number is probably about to increase quite a bit, actually, because we're about to double the amount of school programs that we have from 8 to 16.
Wow. Oh, okay. Well, that's a lot. So, reading in your bio, it's okay that you went to Austin College in Sherman. Okay.
It's okay. That's a great college. Go
It is a
Blue.
great college. At least you were in the North Texas area, right?
Yes.
But
What just happened?
you moved back here, right? And
Mhm.
you made it up here into Denton. So, and thank you for being here too, is how has living in Denton, or in the Denton County area, how's that changed you? What do you think if you had lived somewhere else, would you feel like if you lived somewhere else and then you moved here to Denton now at this time of your age, and what you know now in your experience, would you have felt like you had missed something from not being here? What I'm trying to get to is, since you've been here for how many years now?
So I actually did move away and came back.
Right, exactly. But how many
Yeah.
years have you been here now?
I came back in 2018.
In 2018,
Mm-hmm.
right? How's that changed you from now, since 2018, in living here? Seeing the community and what it's doing, the growth, the changes, responsibilities that you've taken on.
Mm-hmm. That's part of what I love about Denton is that it's such a unique area in that for such a thriving, growing community for business and for universities and education, it still has that really small town feel somehow. And I'm not exactly sure how that's managed to be preserved because I've lived a lot of different places. I moved a lot growing up and moved away for a while to New York, came back, and there's just something very unique about Denton. I think knowing that it's definitely a community that, not only as a nonprofit, but as an individual, I know if something came up and, we needed the help of the community, people would show up.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's been really amazing. And one thing that I also really love about the Denton community area is that, I feel like they do an exceptional job of, like I said, taking action, but also wanting to be aware of the full picture of what's going on. I think there's some communities out there that they might have situations of homelessness, or I think every community has challenges that need to be addressed. That's just natural. That's always
Of course.
homelessness is
Yes.
going to be an issue. Hunger is going to be an issue kind of no matter where you go. And what I love about this community is that they want to know about it. They want to take action. They don't want to just brush it under the rug and, turn their eyes from it. They really want to address it. And I think that's really unique.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Sarah, I have a question for you because we spoke a little bit the other day at Jack's Tavern when we went to the breakfast thing. And what I have always thought was really interesting about where you are is that Kyle's place, and I work with the Lantana Ladies League, if you guys don't know that, but I volunteer with them. And what is very interesting to me is I met the founder of Kyle's place, and I really thought her story was really interesting about how they came to name Kyle's place Kyle's place. So I don't know if you want to give a little overview of that for everybody.
Absolutely. So Kyle Milliman was a student at one of our school programs in the area, and he was an exceptional young man, really a leader in his school, was a football player, and did an amazing job of encouraging his peers to get involved in our programs and to talk about what was really going on in their life, their home life, if they were experiencing depression, anxiety. He just really was that leader amongst his peers. And unfortunately, he ended up getting an injury, football injury, which lost him a scholarship to college and sent him down a path of depression. And he sadly ended up taking his own life. And it really shook the community. It shook us. Nobody, I mean, you never expect something like that to happen. And we really wanted to honor him and what an amazing young man he was and what a leader he was, and by naming our residential campus after him and make sure that his memory is always in place. We have a plaque for him. We try to make sure people are aware of who he is because he just did amazing work and he should be remembered. So it also is a reminder to us as well that you can never tell if somebody is in need or if needs your help. And so it's important to be there and available as a resource, even for people who you may, who go unnoticed. You need to be present and available to help them.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, that's a great.
I would like to say quickly that my wife actually volunteered for Kyle's Place and was a mentor for a young lady.
Oh,
and,
amazing.
It was pretty cool to see, learn her story and how she struggled with a parent and on drugs and whatnot. So she was not living at home anymore. But she actually graduated through the program and he's going to college. There's funds available for foster children to go to college. So she was able to utilize some of these safety nets that society put in. So it was really cool to see Journey to Dream in action. I've been some of the galas and some things they put on to raise money. So it's been a really, really
That's
great
wonderful.
organization.
That's wonderful. And we're always really excited when our kids get off to the next step. We actually have a lot of kids at UNT. We just had one young man start at UNT right now for the School of Engineering. We're super excited for him. It was really neat. I got to be at the house when he got his acceptance letter, and he's this big old guy, and he just started tearing up, and we started tearing up, and it was just, it changes his life, the trajectory of where his life is going. It's completely changed now. So we still, give him support. We have volunteers that give him support, make sure he has that safety net, for Christmas time. If he doesn't know where to go, he'll always be our kid and he can come back home. So that's great that y'all got to get involved. Thank you for being involved.
Kids need, especially if kids don't have both parents, I really see a difference in that, especially when the father is not in the, part of their lives. Or any parents at all, is we need to encourage our children and we need to be accountable and hold them accountable too. That's what kids need. They need to know that you care, and they need to know that you, no matter what, that you will hold them accountable for whatever that is because you care about them. My daughter said something yesterday. I won't go into it, but she was like, you and mom are always on me about something. I think it was just like what she wears to school sometimes, and that she's dressing appropriately and she's wearing the right clothes for summer, and I was like, we just say this because we care and we've been there before, and so anyway, thank you for what you do, and thank you all of you guys, and tell your wife thank you too, Chance, for that we did talk about that today. So on the other side to this, Tanya, I was reading your bio, and I didn't realize how much volunteering you've done over the years. I didn't realize that your business was part of a family business, and we've talked about it, so many times. But can you tell the audience about who Tanya Blix is and why you got into what you're doing now?
Absolutely. And thank you for the opportunity. I'm so happy to be here. And it's like what you just said, people don't know unless we're able to share. So thank you for giving us this platform to share for everybody. I work on the opposite end, and we work with seniors. Unlimited Care is a personal assistance service. We provide care in the home for seniors. So if you have a senior that needs help with cooking, cleaning, bathing, dressing, medication management, we provide caregivers in the home to take care of those services. And that also leads me into my other avenues, I guess is what you could say. I do a lot of volunteering. I do volunteer with Dementia Friendly Denton County, which is a new initiative that will allow any business that allows patrons into their facility to have free training to help you recognize and walk through the system, your system, whichever that may be, with someone with dementia with success on the other side. For instance, we have trained in restaurants, and simple things as in seating them in an area that's a little quieter makes a difference. Bringing the coffee. Don't ask if they want cream or sugar, just bring it, because the questions escalate. Somebody with dementia may not remember what cream or sugar is. So when you ask them, it causes issues, and eventually your patron will have to leave. So because of dementia, we have in the area thousands and thousands, that's a lot, thousands of people who are at home, stuck at home because they're too afraid to go out because nobody understands dementia and how to help them. And not only are they suffering, but their care partner is suffering. There are many people out there who are at home taking care of a loved one that are too embarrassed to bring them out. They're too embarrassed to ask for help. And Dementia Friendly Denton County bridges that gap to allow all of the people of Denton to welcome those back into the community and give them a place to be. Like you said, Denton is special. We are a very special place. We are about community. And Dementia Friendly Denton County is a big part of that because we're bringing people back into the community. It's amazing.
One of our show hosts, Brian Podeska, hangs out over there in that Frisco Wiley area over there, on the east side of town. But anyway, he was saying, he was really impressed, and thank you for the efforts that we're doing here in Denton County. But, you guys are doing it all. What do you see? I would imagine that we all probably here on the show volunteer in some way or form, on that. What do you see is in the volunteering part? Do you think it's improving? You think more people are, because of social media and advertising and other things, that there's more people jumping into it? Or do you still think it's kind of the 80-20 rule where it's still it's not really 20%. It's sad to say, it could be the 5%ers that are always volunteering, always supporting, always committing to doing something in their community, But do you think it's better?
I think it's getting better, but I think it's getting better because we are getting better at providing the opportunities in an understandable way so that people will volunteer. For instance, I am a member of the Denton New Kiwanis Club also, and Denton Benefit League, and both of us are working really hard to make changes so that we can welcome people back into our group. And little tiny things, some of the traditions that we used to have, maybe we shouldn't be doing those anymore, so we can attract some of the younger people to join the club so that they can volunteer. The Denton New Kiwanis Club puts on the fireworks show every year for Denton.
Yeah.
And this year, we still did not have enough volunteers to come and just help for the event. And this year was quite different. We didn't even need as many volunteers. So it's harder to get people to actually come and show up. But I think that the changes that we're in the process of making are making a difference on the other side so that we will have more people. And Sarah,
well, I think we have to speak our voice our opinion, right? Mm-hmm. It's like voting. Yes. It's like if you don't say something, then maybe you're agreeing with that. You know what I mean?
You're right.
But we have to speak up, and we have to, sometimes you got to speak up and you got to show it. You've got to be able to be a part of that. If you have the time and good health, and you can, get in there and be a part of something. I was a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters years ago,
that's a great one.
And having that time with that young man, was very special to me. And I support a child overseas as part of my international support,
That's
and
awesome. You're changing their lives.
He's fixing to be 14 now, 13 or 14 now. Might be turning teenager, but it's been, several years now with him. And of course, I don't get to talk to him in person, but we do write letters to each other, and he's growing up, and hopefully he sees the difference that somebody cares. And that's what really a lot of people want to see, Tanya, is I just want to see that you care.
Absolutely.
And if you show that you care and that you're consistent, then it makes me want to care and be consistent too.
I
on
think you're
that.
right. I think you're totally right. And Denton does care. Denton has a lot of people that truly do care. We just need some more to step up and take over the reins for those of us who have done a lot and are, like you said, getting into the age where maybe our bodies don't want to do it as much. We need the younger ones to come take over.
Yeah, yeah. Well, too, that you brought up, and I'm not saying this is the reason, but in Kiwanis, there was
Mhm.
a lot of the older crowd that had been there for
Mhm.
20 years or longer, right?
Yep. Yeah,
And
we still have, we're very, I think
did we lose her?
Frozen.
Yeah, she froze up a little bit
I was
there.
just gonna. I think one of the things that Tanya was pointing out, which I hadn't really thought of it that way, she was talking about people with dementia or whatever. Because I have a client right now that has had a stroke, so sometimes he has like trouble getting his words out,
Mhm.
and so I really appreciate the fact that you just told us, Tanya, that don't even ask them if they want cream or sugar, just bring it,
Mhm.
because you don't want to make them uncomfortable, and they'll
Mhm.
take it if they want it, and I think that's a great tip for people, because I wouldn't have even thought of that, but I think that's
Right.
fantastic and something really good to know, and a way to help people that maybe we just didn't know to
Well,
Mhm.
do.
you brought something up a while ago, Tanya, was not knowing how many people are in Denton that really have dementia or have this problem. Do we
Mhm.
have any kind of idea of the number of people? I mean, is it,
There,
to the
yeah,
population?
6.6 million people in America have dementia or are suffering from some sort of memory issue. And most of them have caregivers. I believe the statistics are about 70 to 80% of those are family caregivers. And
Okay.
in our area, there are, I believe it is around 600,000 people in the state of Texas suffering from dementia. So it's big, it's huge. Somebody
Tanya,
has somebody in their family, if it's not them, suffering from it.
is there a big push? I feel like there's been a big push now to have people be able to age in place or stay in
Mhm.
their home,
Mhm.
so that they don't have to go to an assisted living
Yeah.
facility or anything like that. Is that something that's real that we're seeing right now?
Absolutely. People want their parents to stay where they're comfortable,
Mhm.
and where they're comfortable is usually at home. And
Yeah.
that is what we do. That is why we're in business, is we provide that care in the home so that they don't have to move to a facility. Now, there are still some issues that you may still want to move to a facility. For instance, when you do get into dementia or memory care, there's wandering that happens. There are safety issues in the home, and sometimes a facility may be a better place. But for the most part, most of us can age at home.
Right. So, Sarah, I don't know if you know this too about Tanya, but as her and her husband came here, she's a high school graduate from Denton High and
Yeah.
also UNT. Back then, of course, it was North Texas. Right
Right.
on there. Same way, Beth was telling
Yeah.
us that they got to make the choice on how they wanted their diploma to say, North
Oh,
That's
Texas or
right.
wow.
UNT. Right.
Which
That's
But
did you
right.
pick?
I
but
graduated in 1989, and they which of course makes me tell you right now that I'm old. But we got to choose whether we wanted it to say North Texas State University, or if we wanted it to say University of North Texas on our diploma. It was the spring of '89, and that's what it was then.
so having that kind of being familiar with that of coming here, with your husband and living here, what what draws you to be a part of Denton and being part of the community and to take the time to volunteer? Thank God that your business allows you to do that too,
Right?
you know.
Mhm.
But we also have to see that a part of that is for us to network and to build our business together. And
Mhm.
because if you're not out and about, you don't hear of other people's needs when you're closed
Mhm.
off, in your office all day long and nobody's telling you. But what's
Right.
made that difference to you, Tanya?
Oh, it's the people. I love the people. The people of Denton are amazing, and they deserve for us to be out there. They deserve for us to fight for them, because Denton is an amazing place because of us, right?
Yeah.
It's about
And we
community.
have some good places to eat at too.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Yes, don't we? Yeah. Well, hey guys, let's take a break. Then we're going to come back. I got a couple of things to talk about. We're going to get to our September topic.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
JP Direct Health offers affordable health insurance solutions for individuals, families, and small businesses specializing in custom coverages to fit your needs and budget. JP Direct Health offers comprehensive benefits, including PPO health plans, accident and critical illness coverage, dental and vision, health matching accounts, along with telehealth at no cost per call. Call JP Direct Health today to learn more about how we can help you protect your health and your budget.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust.
Are you looking for new or more reliable and affordable home services? Look no further than Utility Connect. At Utility Connect, we understand that every customer is different. Thanks to our partnership with The Difference, our free concierge service seamlessly shops all of your utilities and services for your home or business with one easy phone call. So what are you waiting for? Call Utility Connect today and experience the difference. For more information, give us a call at 469-414-2033 or visit us at www.utilityconnect.net/thedifference to learn more.
Are you a business owner looking to grow your company? Get fast, easy financing up to $5 million with no minimum FICO score required. Apply in 60 seconds and get funded in 24 hours. Call Jim Thomas at 214-629-7223 to talk to a financing professional today. Your business's future is waiting. So don't delay. Call now and tell him that you saw him on The Difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, we're back. Y'all probably don't know this, but did you know that this Denton show is getting over 10,000 viewers per month right now?
Yay!
Isn't that awesome?
Good job.
So if you're a guest or you're a sponsor, especially a sponsor on this show, this is what we're reaching out to, and we're getting these stories of these people's lives, like Sarah and Tanya. We're getting it out there to people, not just in our local area, but in further areas. We're on all the social media platforms. We have our own internet radio station, and that's a delayed a recording for that. Then also on Spotify is delayed. But you can listen to our show anywhere at any time that you want to, over and over again on that too. So shout out for that. Thank you to Linda Wilson for always taking care of us and being in the background.
Hey, Matt,
Yes,
I want to jump in real quick and tell y'all something that I learned about last week. I had a sponsor that was one of our first ones 3.5 years ago, and went through kind of a tough time and could no longer stay with us. But she called me the other day and said, "Does my ad still run on the shows that we were doing back 3 years ago?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "I just got a referral from a show that we did together 3 years ago."
Wow.
So
awesome.
it's not just while we're live that people are
Yeah.
seeing and hearing. These things stay in perpetuity.
Yeah.
And so even if you ran it a while and then don't come back around, you're still.
Yeah. Well, everything went live years ago, right? Social media did, YouTube live, LinkedIn live, all that stuff. But it is never about the live. It doesn't matter. You know how people will go, "Oh, we're just waiting a few more minutes and then some more people will get on." It's not about waiting. It's about getting your message out and talking about it, because people can rewatch it. It's all about the replay. let people get it out there on the internet and let people be able to see it in their own timing and listen to it, start and stop it whenever they want to on there too. And by the way, the Difference has created this program called the Difference Makers, and it's a nonprofit program. And so if you guys have a nonprofit that you want to get the word out about, and be involved with this, maybe Lyndon can talk about that for just a second. Lyndon, give us a brief overview of that. Are you there? Maybe we lost Lyndon.
No, I'm here. I was trying to get something set up so I could kind of show it.
Can you just give us a brief overview real quick, sir, of the Different Makers?
Yeah. So we realize that a lot of the shows we've been doing over the last four years they're not just focused on small businesses. They're also helping the nonprofits, because the nonprofits face the same challenges that a small business does, usually with less resources allocated. And so what we wanted to be able to do, Matt, you've heard me say this, that most businesses don't struggle or fail because of a bad product or service. They struggle or fail because not enough people knew who they were and what they were doing. The same is true with nonprofits. And so what we're creating is an opportunity to showcase nonprofits so that they'll have a 20-minute interview style infomercial that runs once a week on our channel, which has over 4 million viewers. And that's at no cost to the nonprofit. That video will also be released with full rights to the nonprofit that they can use however they want to. But we felt like that being able to share the stories like's been shared with us today in that type of emotional setting can help people understand what's going on around them, who's making the difference, and how they can get involved and help as well. So that's a little bit about the Difference Makers. I can put a link in the comments if anybody is interested. I know that I think I got a notification from Sarah the other day. I think she filled out something, so I'm going to be getting in touch with you, Sarah. But that's, again, we're all here because we love our communities and we want to join together, whether it's nonprofit or small businesses, and help our communities thrive.
Right. Well, that segues into what our topic is this month about the impact of digital marketing on local businesses and how to leverage it effectively, right? Look, we're in an age and time now that we can advertise for free on a lot of different platforms, and we can utilize the tool of digital marketing to our benefit, not only personally, but obviously for our business in so many different ways if we just know how to do it. So I want to bring up some points today. You guys chime in for the last few minutes of this show. By the way, and don't know if y'all know it or not, but we're going 75 minutes now in this show instead of 60 minutes. So, because we always got a lot to get out, and I talk a lot too. That's probably why I really. All right, so a couple of points, and I won't get to all of them today, but we'll touch on a few. It's an enhanced visibility, to your business and to yourself and to your message that you're trying to get out. And it increases your online presence. And that's what you need to be consistently having a presence in person and online. And it's target advertising, because we can advertise to our industry and to our community of our audience that, is like first up. It's like, who do I want to reach this to? What is this message that I put together? Where is it going to benefit the best? Because if you're just willy-nilly and throwing stuff out there, that's what you're going to get back. And then you complain about it, right? Or guess what? It's cost effective, because in a lot of ways we can do a lot of marketing online, and it didn't cost us but a little time and effort, to do that, unless we hire somebody to do that. And still, you can hire somebody on Fiverr.com, and get it done very cost effectively. And if you do it the right way and you create these posts and these videos that have a call to action, then you have customer engagement. And that's what it's about too, is getting people to engage. It's like this show is like, hey, share this show out with people that you know, like, and trust, and tell them about the show and what this platform is about, so we can get the word out, right? That's what internet and social media is about, is sharing, and sharing is caring, right? And then also too is getting online reviews. Look, everybody nowadays is looking at a review before they do business with you. And if you don't think they're not, you are sadly mistaken, because they are. They're trying to figure out, one, can they trust you? Two, is the person who I'm interacting with online is the same person I'm going to meet in person, right? And that they look the same too. And also, is that what kind of review would that person give me? Customer service should still be at the top of everything in our business, right? Keeping everybody on the same page, making sure everybody's happy, and asking for the review from the customer. Because listen, if we're not asking for the review, let's say like a Google review, if you're not asking for a review or testimony from your clients, you're not doing yourself and your business any good, because we don't need to hear it from me how good my team is and how great they are. Even they are very great, and I'm very blessed to work with this team at Freedom Title. Um, God loves me, or I wouldn't be here, right? But the thing is that I want to hear it from the customers and get it from their point of view, right? Is like, speak up and tell us, and if we have to ask them for that, and so we try to always ask a customer when they're here, if you've had a good experience, and we always hope that you did, would you leave us a review on Facebook or on Google, right?
And Matt, if you're not doing that, you're not going to have a business. I mean, things are getting more competitive. We're talking about digital marketing. I mean, all of us kind of are boots on the ground. We've all met out networking, and you've got to do that. Plus, you've got to get, I'm expanding my reach. We have a lot of the in common business friends in Denton, but we've got also people that are moving here that don't know about us yet. One of the fastest growing cities in the state.
And how do they find you?
Yeah, they find you, and then why not have this video going out while we're sleeping? People can research us while they're sleeping and find out. So that you're working all the time, you're not getting left behind. If you're not,
and that you see that the reviews that you have, Chance, for Total Care, that one, that they're consistently, every month, as much as you can be, right? And that they're 5 stars, and really look, if you don't have to have 5 stars to be effective. A 4 point something is fine. Look, you can't you try to take care of everybody, but sometimes people just have some attitude, right? Yeah. And it's hard to work, but you just try to make it the best you can. And sometimes things happen.
And it can be for training too. You could have someone that's maybe not talking the right way. You'll find out. So you can learn a lot from that too, as you find out.
People will speak up. Right, that's surely right. Yep. So make sure that you got all of that in place. And if you don't, find somebody that can help you. We know lots of professionals that are really good at that, and that train you up and help you in your business to make it look better too. Any opinions on or comments, guys?
So on digital marketing. So when you have people reaching out to you, like through Facebook, through Instagram, through whatever, it's really important that you have a conversation with them as if you're in person with them. So when you say, do you like red or blue? And Sarah says red, you need to comment back to Sarah and say, oh yeah, I like red too, Sarah. That's an awesome color. But you need to keep that link and that conversation going. That's the biggest thing I see people not doing in social media, is making those links and
not responding.
And not responding. So it's like just think of social media like a conversation. So just have a conversation with people.
Go ahead, Sarah.
No, I just wanted to chime in a little bit from the nonprofit side of things with marketing and development, and also just point out real quick why something like the Difference Makers program that y'all are doing is so cool. That you're doing something like that for nonprofits is because, like you were saying, we have the same challenges that small businesses have or mid-sized businesses have, but with way less resources usually and a lot less manpower behind it. So marketing is one area that, generally speaking, our budget is very, very small. And it's normally like one person doing it, making it happen. So whenever we have businesses that can donate, which that is considered an in-kind donation, if you can help nonprofits out through providing, an ad in your newspaper or different things like that, you can also support nonprofits in that way as well. But
Thank
then
you for
also,
saying that. Okay, well, I hate to cut you off, and I don't want to cut
I'm
you
a
off, but
talker like
we're
you,
out
Matt.
of time. Can y'all believe that? So we'll have to make a second attempt to this and talk more about that as we go. And we look forward to seeing you on the Difference Makers too. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Sarah, Chance, Beth. I love you all and hope to see y'all soon.
Thanks.